Warning: this show contains graphic images and content. Viewer discretion is advised. Today in The Only Genre, we talk about a 500-person centipede, a new Jeepers Creepers movie, a classic comic book with a slight horror twist to it, and also we have a new segment on the show.
Cooking tips with my mom.
Hello, horror fans, and welcome to The Only Genre. I am Sean Vidmar.
And I'm what happens when you say man horn 3 times in front of a mirror.
This is Danny Mecler. The Human Centipede 3 final sequence, at least fingers crossed, hopefully this will be the final sequence. It's supposed to be the grossest out of the 3, and it's actually supposed to be placed inside a prison, and having 500 prison guards be constructed into a 500-person centipede. Okay, have you seen any of the Human Centipede?
I've seen the first 1.5.
Okay, basically...
I turned the second one off because it was stupid.
Okay, basically the way these are... Basically, the first one came out, and the only reason that I watched it is because people were just like, oh, this is the grossest movie.
Yeah,
Trust me,
it wasn't
not.
bad.
It's not.
No, it's really
the
not.
grossest movie. First one is really boring, and the second one...
is even more boring.
These movies are just the type of movies that they're just like, oh, we're just going to have this factor, and it's just a shock factor. We just want to throw shit at the screen and stuff.
Literally.
But the problem is that the third one, when it comes out, I am going to watch it.
Probably me too, yeah.
Because, I don't know.
I'll give it a shot. I didn't finish the second one.
These...
I'm missing the story.
Basically, I'm not saying that these are good movies. I am just saying that...
It's the pinnacle of cinema.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I have to watch them. So, I mean, I'm never going to own it.
No.
Anything like that. I'll wait for it to show up on Netflix, because I'm going to forget about this movie.
That's how
I forgot about the second one.
And it's easily forgettable.
Yeah, I watched the first 2, actually, on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I just read about this one, and it was just...
500 chain human centipede in a prison, because that's, I guess, the only place where you can do it.
It sounds kind of sexy.
Sounds like an Auschwitz experiment.
I actually heard that they were going to do this, have the centipede, and the whole centipede, the 500-person centipede, is going to do Thriller.
'Cause this is Thriller!
No, they're not.
That would be bad.
Either way, this movie is probably going to suck. But, like I said, I'm going to watch it.
And it's going to have a difficult walking experience.
It's a bean and cheese burrito from Paco's. Sorry, Kyle. I tried to resist, but burrito is too delicious. We have to unveil this thing tomorrow. It better be reading by then. Oh no. Feel sick.
My God.
Oh.
Life with Archie is a zombie horror comic with a twist on the original Life with Archie. While keeping the same personalities and humor of the original Archie, the comic takes a dark turn as we watch zombies slowly disembowel and eat the remaining cast.
Boom!
Okay. When it comes to the comic, the original comic, way back when, your girlfriend... We just actually had a conversation with his girlfriend. She actually enjoyed.
She knows more about it than I've ever heard.
We tried to get her on the show, but she refused.
She can still come on the show.
No.
Okay. That's a no-go for Missy being on the show.
Worth a shot.
But I actually have never really gotten into or read the original. But this one...
I know someone had to beat off 2 other guys to get to a girl. That's on the cover.
I might actually be reading this comic now. The original.
Archie.
Missy just yelled off camera again.
Group participation.
But like you already said, they actually kind of stay true to the characters in a lot of sense, and they still put in the comedy. And
should be really fun.
This comic, no joke, is getting crazy reviews. People are absolutely in love with this comic. They want more of this comic. And
hopefully they don't kill off all the characters in the first one, and then you're just like, well, we can't.
Well,
make
the second comic I believe just came out, and it looks. It actually is pretty interesting, and of course, like they jumped on the whole zombie craze. Nowadays,
and a little late, but whatever.
Well, the thing is that you had the vampire craze a while ago, and
Thank
zombies
God that's over.
But zombies have always been a lovable
kind of
creature.
I would say late '80s, maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Romero kind of paved the way. He did
with blood.
He just, I don't know. They everybody always says that he's like the zombie king, but I actually don't think he was the originator of the zombie movie. But either way, the best
zombie movie is Shaun of the Dead.
I actually watched a motion comic of this, and it looked amazing. And I read a little bit of because they give you a little teaser and stuff. If you actually search for the comic, that they actually have the website and stuff up, and you can actually review a little bit of the comic itself.
Oh.
So, I, for one, am very upset that I have not actually taken a real look at this yet. And, I mean, the comics they're like less than $3 a piece.
Yeah.
I mean...
Go pick it up. It's worth your McDonald's change.
Yeah, basically.
Not that we don't promote.
And now, this day in horror history with Carolyn Fogel.
Hello, horror fans. I'm Carolyn Fogel. On December 15th, in horror history, we celebrate the release of one of my favorites, Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein. The release was December 15th, 1974, and it was a parody of various film adaptations of Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein. The film was even shot entirely in black and white, employing the 1930s style opening credits and scene transitions. It was even deemed culturally significant in 2003 by the United States National Film Preservation Board and selected for preservation in the Library of Congress National Film Registry.
I ain't got nobody, and nobody cares for me. Igor, Frederick.
And almost 40 years later, people still love this movie. That is your horror history lesson. Thank you for watching.
3 syllables. First syllable sounds like
head. Sounds like head. Bed.
Said, give. Give him a give. Give?
Jeepers Creepers 3 Cathedral is finally finished shooting and is in the process of finding a distributor. This one is actually set 23 years after the previous film, and we follow Trish in the film, which is actually the sister of Justin Long's character in the first one. Trish actually realizes that the creeper will be returning soon and starts having reoccurring nightmares about the creeper getting hold of her son, and her son actually having the same fate as her brother. So she is actually bound and determined to put an end to the creeper once and for all. But you have not seen, or you might have seen...
I might have seen the first one in high school.
Okay.
I know I saw The Bone Collector in high school, and...
that was interesting.
I got a bone.
But basically it's a demon that shows up I think it's every 23 years. Something like that.
It's like Halley's Comet.
He just fucks up stuff. Because the first one, he basically killed our beloved Justin Long.
And a lot of corn.
Yeah. And the second one, he tormented people on a bus.
And tomatoes.
Kids in a bus. That one was fun, and that was one of those ones that people were just like, oh my gosh, it's so scary now because he actually has facial features because he didn't really have.
Oh.
He looked more human and stuff, which for whatever reason, people were scared about me. I was like, oh, this is awesome. He just had his head removed, and then he killed somebody, ate their head, and then grew another head. That was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
That was my favorite part in the second one, actually.
That's cool.
When I saw that, I was
watch it.
like, that's interesting, because that's what he does. He actually, because he'll take whatever
So he
body
a
part from
cockroach?
you. Well, he takes whatever body part from whoever,
Uh-huh.
and then that's now basically his. He eats that.
Oh.
So he took Justin Long's
That's a
eyes.
weird digestive system.
He took, well, this is like he's turning human. I don't know why. He's badass as a demon, but. So that's how he actually kind of heals, too. He just consumes people. And, hey, I'm going to eat your leg because I like your leg. Now I
How
have
long
new
is
legs.
the digestive process?
For him?
Yeah. Does he
Well-
eat it in like...
It was like instant for the head. I know that.
Is it faster if he eats Mexican people?
or Chinese.
Yeah. Does it just run right through him?
It runs right through him. He's like, man, why am I hungry again? I'm withering away. But no, I love the first two. Even though the second one, I mean, it wasn't as good, but I mean, how often do you really come across a second movie being better than the first one? But
Star Wars?
these movies also, I believe the first two actually are within the same time frame of him being there.
Oh, okay. So this is the next one. That's 23 years later.
Yeah, so then you have another 23 years where he's
Do you
been
think
hibernating.
since there was a 28 days later and a 28 weeks later, there's going to be a 28 years later?
So that is the word, actually.
Is there?
That there. Well, this has been one of those ones that have just been people, are just like,
Yeah.
oh, is this going to happen? We've talked about it, and it's been kind of on the shelf. It's
I
basically
hope so.
going back and forth, kind of like how, Ghostbusters 3 is.
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
That's a touchy subject, I think, for us.
Yeah.
We want Ghostbusters 3.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Well, thank you very much for watching. That's actually the end of our show. You can please like us on Facebook, find us on Twitter.
Or email us. And please leave a comment below and like this video.
Yeah, any type of comments you have or any topics you actually would like us to talk about, give us some ideas. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for consuming our brains.
Back it off.
Anyway, but the first one, basically, it's about a demon that... exactly. Frosty knows. You're
ruining everything!
Come here. You're pretty. We'll just start this topic over again. Jeepers Creepers 3 Cathedral is finished shooting and is in the process of looking for a distributor. This one is actually set 23 years after the previous film, which follows Trish, which was actually in the first original movie, and as Justin Long's character. The sister of Justin... Son of a bitch, I was doing good. Human Centipede 3, final sequence. At least, we're hoping so.
Punchy stick.
Yes. Where my hand was. Babe, so, have you gone over all the resumes and stuff for Danny's replacement for the show? I have actually just played along.